Under a stormy sky, Harold's longships slice through the churning waves towards the English coast, their dragon heads fierce against the wind. King Harold stands at the prow, scanning the enemy shore with cold determination, his blue eyes narrowed. On the cliffs above, Saxon Earl Edmund commands his scouts to report incoming ships, alarm tightening his jaw. Freydis sharpens her axe on deck, exchanging nods of support with hardened shield maidens. Brother Leofric kneels in a small stone chapel, praying feverishly for peace and for the Saxons' deliverance. The longships strike the pebble beach with a grinding crunch as warriors leap ashore, shields aloft. Earl Edmund rallies his men atop the ramparts, commanding archers to target the landing craft closely. Freydis urges her warriors into a tight shield wall as arrows hiss down, thudding into wood and leather. King Harold bellows a battle command, unfurling his wolf fur cloak, rallying his troops through the chaos. Saxon defenders hurl rocks from above as spearmen brace at the palisade, faces grim in the growing rain. Brother Leofric races between wounded Saxon soldiers in a makeshift field tent, tending injuries amid turmoil. Vikings drive forward with shield and axe, pushing towards the rough, wooden gates of the Saxon fort. Freydis locks eyes with a Saxon warrior through gaps in the shield wall, both braced for deadly combat. Lightning forks above as Harold's men batter at the gates, iron-tipped logs thudding against wet timber. Earl Edmund calls for the last reserves, urging every able Saxon to the barricades amid thunder's roar. Inside the chapel, Brother Leofric ties a tourniquet with trembling hands, murmuring prayers over the dying. Freydis and her band scale the walls using rope and grappling hooks, braving arrows and thrown stones. King Harold cuts down a Saxon atop the rampart, his gilded axe carving a path for Viking warriors. Earl Edmund's sword clashes with Viking steel as he leads a desperate hand-to-hand defense on the ramparts. Freydis takes a spear graze to her arm but fights on, knocking an enemy from the wall with her shield. The battered Viking forces regroup at the breached gate, forming a shield wall for a renewed assault. Earl Edmund is nearly surrounded on the inner wall, signaling for backup with a desperate cry to his men. Brother Leofric carries a wounded boy toward the keep, dodging debris as a burning arrow ignites the roof. Harold roars as he charges through smoke-filled streets, his warriors following amidst blaring horns. Freydis hacks through a barricade to reach terrified Saxon women hiding among market stalls. Saxon reinforcements pour from a hidden sally port, catching the Vikings in a flanking maneuver. Brother Leofric urges the wounded toward a secret tunnel beneath the chapel as fire rages above. Harold's axe shatters a Saxon shield, scattering its defenders as he advances towards the keep's doors. Freydis limps, wounded, but bars the way as Saxons try to seize fleeing villagers from the market. Edmund duels a towering Viking champion at the keep's threshold, rain plastering their hair to their faces. Leofric and orphans huddle in dank darkness as distant battle shouts echo along the underground tunnel. King Harold, sword red with battle, kicks in the keep's battered doors, ready for final confrontation. Freydis collapses beside a well, clutching her wound, while townsfolk coax her to safety in the chaos. Earl Edmund sounds the retreat horn from the rooftop as the Vikings claim the outer compound in fiery triumph. Brother Leofric leads survivors through twisting tunnels, promising prayers for those lost above. Harold surveys the burning town from the keep walls, plotting his next move as Saxon horns fade. Harold surveys the smoldering town, studying the battered defenses and plotting his next conquest. Smoke billows around him, bodies and broken weapons littering the ground as dawn breaks over the ruined walls. Earl Edmund, weary and grim, leads his battered men through a concealed tunnel beneath the town. Their torches flicker, faces stained with soot and desperation as they walk in silence. Freydis staggers down a ruined alleyway, her shield bloodied and her arm wounded. She rallies a handful of Vikings, shouting orders to secure the captured gatehouse. Brother Leofric kneels beside a wounded child, binding her arm with linen, while murmuring prayers in the chapel's flickering candlelight. Around him, wounded Saxons groan, the church floor stained with blood. Harald stands atop the town walls, surveying the smoldering ruins. He orders his men to secure all entrances, wary of Saxon ambushes from the tunnels below. Earl Edmund, breathing heavily, leads his men through the darkness of the secret tunnel. They stumble over fallen beams, pressing on toward safety. Freydis, her arm bandaged and blood-stained, rallies the remaining Viking shield maidens near the captured gatehouse, preparing for further attacks. Brother Leofric kneels beside the bodies of wounded Saxons in the ruined chapel, murmuring prayers and cleaning wounds by candlelight as the battle quiets outside.